think you'll agree with me that one of the biggest problems at the moment is our mindsets. We've got so much going on around us, and it's not just about us, but it's also the people that we're working with, our team or our family, our kids, our friends, the whole works is being thrown at us now. It's upside down. We don't know which way is up, and we just need to keep going. We just need to keep going and going. Even out of these times, what I've experienced is one of the biggest problems being for clients that they don't really know how to get people to move around in their office and how to change job positions and even how to get themselves to do some things. That's where we've come in, and I just wanted to share this with you. I hope it helps because we're going to talk about an iceberg. In moving icebergs, you will change your business. So changing how someone acts is hugely important to a business owner, and it's hugely important to the person themselves. What drove me into doing coaching was not a good thing. It was a desperation in the earlier days, and it caused me to really go down. And today I'm much more up, realising how I think, what I believe, what the values are, and what's important to me, to the point where I want to get some skills and be able to get what I really see as being valuable. And today I do that, and there's much more joy in that. There's also a lot more vibrancy, and there's a lot many more of the outcomes that I'm looking for. So it works for individuals, but it works for teams as well. So let us start with this. Have you heard about an iceberg? So what is an iceberg? Well, an iceberg is something that we can't see other than just the top of it sticking up out of the ocean. And as we know, it's hugely different underneath the ocean. So quite often we're not being able to see people for who they truly are, understanding what's going to motivate them into different roles. Questions truly are the answers to helping people find out what they value, what's important to them, and what's going to actually move them into the skills that they need to get into that position. To ask the question before we go and try to move someone into another position is a good thing. You know, are they skilled for that position, or could they qualify to actually learn those skills? Would you want to put the money into and the time into facilitating their training so that they could get those skills to move into that position? Let's take the scenario of a draftsman or a guy in a plumbing company that was an estimator draftsman, and he was wanting, and the boss was wanting him to move roles, but the estimator didn't really understand how he could do that. He didn't think highly of himself moving into this other role. Now he was moving from estimator to salesperson. Now sometimes we can help a fish to climb a tree, sometimes we can't. And in this case, this fellow was a bit of what would you call it, an amphibious fish. He could actually climb the tree. I believed he could. Now his boss didn't know how to do that, so that's one of the areas that we come into, and we help educate on how to do this. And one of the processes that we can use is called the iceberg, and you can look that up. But just to give it a very round and basic example here, what it meant to the estimator was important. He really valued being able to get out into the field, having more flexible time and a potential of earning a lot more money, and that was a good thing to him. So when he realised how much he valued that, then we had to look at his beliefs. Did he believe that he could be a salesperson? Well, no, not really. He didn't. So if he was willing to work on that and change his belief, then he was able to change the skill set. He was able to work on himself and get him into that position. So just a few questions to him, like, how do you know you're not a good salesperson? He said, well, I've never done it before. I said, have you sold any ideas? So I do that all the time. I said, so are there clients that you've engaged that would back you up and say that you know what you're talking about? He said, yeah, for sure. And are some of these clients people that you really helped to make a decision in their business? Yeah, for sure. So you've got some references. Wow, so now his beliefs are starting to change. And wanting to get into a new premises or renovate his home as a baby was coming was highly important to him. But he didn't realise how he could really do that in the current estimator's role. So here comes another value for him and a point of importance for his family well-being. So those were at such a high level, and some beliefs started to kick in that he could actually do this. You know, we believe in you, your boss believes in you, your wife said she'd like you to do it, you'd like to do it, what's holding you back? And all it was really some skill levels, which could be trained, and they were. So, how important is it to know your own iceberg? It's hugely important. If we don't know our own icebergs, we'll get thrown around. You look at Harvey Norman or someone like that, you're looking in the window and there's a trigger that'll go off. And the trigger will be, I wonder how much that is. Now, what's the price of that? They've got triggers in media, all through the media. They've got images, they've got sounds, they've got all sorts of things to pattern your mind. I worked with a fellow who wrote the books for neuro-linguistic programming and learned a little bit about how people are manipulated into things by the media, and who doesn't know what's happening right at the moment. I mean, fear in the media right now is at the highest level which I've ever seen. I think it's the highest level in recorded history. It's a new era. It's a new fear, and it's taking its toll in business and personal lives all over the globe. So if you were a smoker and you told the smoker, look, you got to stop, it's no good for you, is that going to really move that iceberg? Well, not unless he believes that it's truly important, that he really values it, and he believes that he can become a non-smoker. So the identity of someone is really related to what they believe. And the environment certainly helps. With the estimator, it was good to get him into another environment outside of the office where he normally sits. Get him into a car, get him out of the field, get him working with someone else on a regular basis, get him into a different room while he listened to some training, and had us talk with him in a different room. So it started to change his behaviour. We also changed his clothes, so he didn't look like a draftsman anymore. And this affected the whole behaviour of the person. It affects us as well. If we're a smoker and we go to the pub and we have a beer, and we always have a cigarette with the beer, that's not going to be helpful for changing our identity. Who we are is what we do, and what we say is basically what we'll become. So statements are important. So knowing an iceberg of yourself or someone else, how important is that? How important, and what will that mean to your business? How will it develop your communication between your staff? And when you need to move someone into a different role, which is happening quite a lot at the moment, how valuable will it be to do some study in that area? As you walk in your business now, I just hope that it's a good walk. We can get into the fear, or we can get into what we can do. This is one of the things that we can do right now. We can start working on people's personalities. I suggest to look into something called DISC, which is a personality profiling tool. It's just more of a behavioural type tool. So you can understand how to communicate better with your staff, with people around you, and also clients or potential clients. And I hope there's plenty of those for you. I hope this was a little bit engaging for you. If you need information, reach out to us. Have a look on the net. It will help you. It will help you enormously in the business. I've seen it time and time again. It's more about the person, you, the leader, than it is about the business. It's a reflection of you and what you do.